What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Pgk.Railway. Today we're going to come at you guys with another video. Another pre-order has shown up. I almost canceled this. Once again, MTH. Love them! But we have another pre-order that just showed up. I'm ecstatic for this thing. I almost canceled it because it isn't Seaboard, and I'm trying to really stick to Seaboard stuff. I pre-ordered this engine at the end of 2022. Pretty close to the end of 2022 is when they announced it. It just showed up this week. I'm ecstatic. I almost canceled this thing. I'm really glad I didn't. So what do we got? What's in the box? This is a railking scale sd45. This engine is absolutely mind-blowing. MTH absolutely hit it out of the ballpark with these. These things are selling like hotcakes. This is a railking scale sd45. These things are flying off the shelf. I'm really glad I kept my pre-order on this because Train World's getting really low. Mr. Muffin sold out instantly. These are flying off the shelf unbelievably fast. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna show you guys what's inside this box, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, here she is. This is the Rail King scale SD45, painted up in the Santa Fe Bicentennial number 5704. A little history on this engine. This engine was destined to be scrapped, but it actually was saved by the Santa Fe Historical Society, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they decided to restore one of the original Santa Fe Bicentennial 45s back to this. Now, the original 45 was actually a 45-2, so technically none of this should be flared on the radiator section, but minor stuff. It's a Rail King engine. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Now, this is a Rail King engine, but it is scale, so it is an X-Premier tooling from about the 90s. I have a Seaboard system, Premier 45 with Proto 1 in it. Unfortunately, it's dead, needing an upgrade. This is the exact same thing as that, except for with way better paint application and obviously Proto 3 goodness. The beautiful sound set that this thing has, the clear, crisp quality of the speaker. This thing is amazing. I was really nervous about the paint on this. I know MTH is pretty good with their paint, but this is also one of those paint schemes that, like, it's not just one or two colors. You got a good 3 solid colors, and plus all the stars and the front on it. You got to make sure you get all that stuff right for this model to be executed properly. And when they announced this, I wasn't dialed in on Seaboard. I was still big into Santa Fe and stuff. Well, Santa Fe was kind of my just safe go-to railway. So it was one of those, like, this thing is going to be pretty if they get it right. So let's put an order on one and hope and pray that it's right. And if not, it's going to get returned. Well, MTH did this justice. This thing is amazing. So I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to put it on the track. I'll go over some of the basic details with you guys, and then we'll just let it run. This is going to be a quick little review on this engine. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, so I have Santa Fe now. I have modern Santa Fe that isn't post-war. That's kind of shocking. But guys, let's take a look at this. All right, so before we get into running this, we're just going to go over some of the basic details with you guys of this Rail King scale SD45. Obviously, you have all LED lighting, typical Proto 3 stuff. You do have a separately applied chain on the front, which is always great to see, typical MTH. You do have a 3-chime horn up top. You do have headlights in the cab, and you have lighted number boards. You do have a lot of molded in detail on this. This is an X-Rail King. You have where marker lights would have gone that have been capped over, molded in on the front. You do have separately applied little grab irons up here on the top of the nose and on the side of the nose. Obviously an absolutely just beautiful paint scheme. Now, one of the big things about this being a Rail King engine compared to a Premier engine is obviously all of your grills are going to be molded in. Not too big of a deal. I mean, for the price point that this engine is compared to a Premier engine, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I'm more just happy that the paint scheme was executed perfectly on this engine. Very crisp lines. All the stars are nice and crisp. Everything is just beautifully done. You do have the bar stow right here. You have the builder's plate, and then you have a little bit more writing on the back of it, which all of it is legible. It is a little bit smeared on the back, but that is also absolutely tiny print. You do have your fuel emergency shutoff switch right here with all that being legible. You do have your fuel gauge that is painted. You have obviously a die-cast fuel tank, die-cast truck side frames, plastic shell, normal as per usual. Now, one thing to note is you do actually have molded lift rings on this engine, which is a nice little touch. Now, yes, the Premier stuff has separately applied lift rings, but for this being a Rail King, once again, having any form of a simulated lift ring is always nice, an added bonus. Now, you do also have your crew figures in the cab. You do have a fireman and an engineer, or conductor and engineer, sorry. But yeah, this engine is absolutely amazing. I'm going to stop rambling. One thing to note, I don't know if it's just this one. I'm still trying to figure it out or not. The extended startup sequence does not function as it's intended. It kind of just will jump halfway through the extended startup. So we will be using extended shutdown, PFA, and just a regular startup, because otherwise you won't hear the sounds of the motor fully whirring up. That is one thing to note. I don't know if that's a one-off thing. If any of you guys have any of these new 45s, please let me know if that's a normal thing, or if it's not, I may just reprogram this engine, re-download the sound file into it, because it could just be one of those, they tried to put the sound file in it and it didn't take fully. But if I have to reprogram it, that's not a big deal. And if I have to send it back, I may do that. I may not, because I can always just reprogram it. It's not too difficult. But yeah, okay, we're going to stop rambling, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy this absolutely beautiful engine.
clearance out of the yard, don't you?
That's correct, over.
I've got good news for you. You're next in line. I just need to check and see if track 2 is clear. Stand by, over.
Roger that, dispatcher. Standing by.
Okay, we had freight on number 2. He's clear. There's a foreman who wants time on track number 1 soon. Okay, I can put you on track 1 right now if you're ready to go, over.
I'm ready now, over. Dispatcher, I've got a proceed signal and I'm moving out, over.
Roger that. Have a safe day. Dispatcher out.
Local freight out.
Well, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video on this railking scale bicentennial sd45. This engine is awesome. Another absolute home run from MTH. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is definitely a great engine. Get them while you can. Like I said, these things are selling like hotcakes. This thing is absolutely beautiful. But guys, thank you so much as always. Pensacola Rail Fest, we are getting really, really close. I'll be there with 6 tables of stuff to sell. Yeah, Pensacola Rail Fest. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. Yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff for sale, a lot of really good deals. We'll have a few pretty tough to find post-war pieces. Olive drab post-war turbo launching car. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Those are not easy to locate. But yeah, guys, thank you so much as always. I do really appreciate all of you guys for taking some time out of your day to check out this video. If I have enticed any of you to buy one of these 45s, do it, do it, do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.